Let's talk about this. We've all got goals, things that we want to get done, and things that we want to pursue. It could be a successful career, achieving financial freedom, or finding the right partner. And one thing that's really stopping us from achieving all of these is a fear of failing, taking risk, or feeling the heartache. So we never really get there. But what exactly is fear and how do we deal with it? In today's episode, this is going to be a chit chat where I talk to you about how do we deal with fear and what are the things that we can do to cure it with a cup of coffee. Generally, we prefer to be in control of our actions because it gives us comfort. So in situations such as meeting new people, speaking in front of an audience, pursuing your passion, or deciding to resign from your current job to start a business, we are afraid because we don't know what the outcome might be. Uncertain scenarios like this, where we are being forced into the unknown, are very frightening. And we start to create this fear in our minds because we don't want to feel the pain, which is the possible consequence of our decision. So the easy way out is to resign ourselves from taking action, just get paralyzed and don't do anything. But let me tell you this, inaction is slow death and it will not help you overcome your fears. It's just like putting a band-aid to the wound that temporarily covers it but doesn't really help to heal it, right? So Leonard, get to the point, what should I do? One thing you can do is to prepare yourself for the possibility of experiencing pain with every decision that you make and every risk that you take. Remember this, you don't have control over everything. Even if you take out your glasses and pretend like you're Superman, there's nothing you can do to control everything. So don't overthink what is out of your hands. However, the only thing that you can do is to make an effort to do a good job to reduce the likelihood of failure. I remember when I wanted to start my own business, everybody was generating this fear saying, I should be careful, this is very risky, you don't want to quit your job and lose all that regular salary every month. The reality is there's truth in what they were saying. So I was very concerned and even fearful of deciding. But what I did to lessen the risk of failure and the pain of fear was to try and test my business idea first while I was still working from my 9-to-5 job. And fortunately for me, when a couple of clients signed and paid me for my services, that gave me a go signal to finally resign and pursue my business idea full-time. Think about this, there's a small circle that is called your comfort zone, and if you step out of it, it triggers fear because we are afraid to do the things that we are not used to. So in order for us to lessen that fear, we need to make our comfort zone much bigger. Blossoming out through one's comfort zone should be well-meaning so as to achieve newer levels of excellence. But how? Well, we have to do more things outside of our small comfort zone, and by doing that you will stretch yourself to be better at things that you are not used to and gain more knowledge about it and feel more confident, because when something becomes knowable you can develop competency around it. In psychology, there's this concept called competence confidence loop, and don't you worry, I won't go all academic on you. The concept simply means that if you repeat doing the unfamiliar things, you will familiarize yourself and understand them more. That can change your perspective about the things that you're afraid to do and show you that they're really not so terrifying at all. It's a default reaction or mindset that we tend to focus more on what we're going to be losing if we do something. In my experience, when I was at a crossroad and was about to quit my 10-year job to start my own company, I felt a lot of self-doubts. And you know why? Because I was more focusing on the negative what ifs. What if I fail? What if I can't make decisions that will benefit the company? What if we don't sign any clients? The principle of lost pain says that the pain of losing is psychologically twice as powerful than the pleasure of gaining. So what you should do is to try and reframe your mind to focus on the benefits that you can reap rather than the setbacks that you'll have to endure. We are all afraid to processes, especially if these are processes that are very new to us. So we tend to delay, or worse is we don't even start doing anything at all. But I want you to think like this. Channel the feeling when you buy new things. Think about your excitement when your Shopee delivery is about to get to your home. You can also see this change as a game and inject some fun elements into it. And let me give you 3 options on how you can do that. First is rewards. Set a milestone and then reward yourself every time you hit that milestone. Second is to add a competitive element where you can bring in somebody and have a friendly competition to push yourselves. And lastly, penalties. Wouldn't you make sure that you will do what you need to do if that's the case? What I just mean is, think of the process as engaging and fun. It can bring new variety and spice into your lives that can overshadow your fear. Self-limiting beliefs is every time you tell yourself something like this: I'm too young to pursue this opportunity. I don't have the skills to start a business. I don't have the courage to quit. I'm not good enough. What you are actually doing is limiting the possibilities for yourself and barricading your potential. So in effect, you are becoming your own enemy. Let me tell you this, for every 10 situations, I've probably doubted myself 11 times. But I also always choose to believe in myself 12 times. Remember that what ifs always have 2 sides into it. What if I fail and what if I succeed? The thing is, you will never know the answer to that unless you try, and you will never try until you overcome your self-limiting beliefs, which in turn can help you cure whatever fear you have about something. Fear will always be a part of our life. We can't expect to not feel scared, but we can always find ways to conquer and overcome it. So here's to figuring things out together and helping one another pursue the lives that we truly want. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video, and always dare to dream big. Confidence, competence. Kakalito.